Hello guys, welcome to the orbit of the coding. So today I am going to explain SQL data types. So SQL data types play a very important role in our SQL Server database management system. So it's very dependent about like whenever we create a tables, then we need to proper understanding of the data types. So in this session, I will cover you what is data types, how many types of the data types are there, and where and how can we use the data types while creation of tables. So I'm going to next slide. So data types are basically represent the data that can be stored in the database table. Suppose like we have a create employee table, right? So employee table, they have many columns: employee ID, employee name, address, phone number, salary. So all the columns you need to assign a proper data types. So based on the data types, table store the value accordingly. So basically, there are three types of data types are there: string data types, numeric data types, date, and time data types. So now I am going to show you what is string data types. So basically, string data types, they have many data types, but I will show you in the five right now. So like in the category string data types, they have characters, varchar, text, blob, and varchar. So character data types can store character of fixed length, and varchar data types can store character of given or variable lengths, and text data types can store characters without any limitations. And blob size, the blob, like if you need to binary large object, then we can use blob data types. And varchar, if you need to store Unicode characters, then we can use varchar. And on the next few minutes, I will show you what is basically difference between varchar and varchar, and when we can use varchar and varchar. So basically, two type of string data types, another two types of data types: Unicode character and non-Unicode. So as per requirement, when we need to store like language like Arabic, German, Russians, at that point we can use in Unicode characters, and non-Unicode characters like we can say that in our language, right? So here the point is character can store fixed length, but varchar can store variable. So I will show you in the examples how character have fixed length and varchar have variable length, right? So I'm going to the SQL Server Management System. I already open and created a test database and use the test database. And already I have write some queries. We have declare a string, and now we have assigned the data types varchar and value 20, and set the string. We have hard code the value robins. Just we need to just for example purpose, and then I use a select queries for that, and we need to get that like length of that robin, how many characters they have stored in the robin. If we assign a varchar 20 length, then how could we consider the 20 lengths in there, right? So before going to explain, I will show you the table data types, right? So where you can see that, like I have already created some example purpose, like you can see that employee. So here you can see that id we can use int type, and name we can use varchar, its length 20, and salary we can use int data types, right? So now you can see that. So I will just show you in the character, like so I use a char data types, and we can store a 20 lengths, right? So now you can see that when we execute a query, right? So you can here you can see that So data length is 20 and length is 5. So actual length of string, like we can store name Robin in our database, right? So actual length of the Robin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actual length of the Robin is 5. But initially we define a like name in the 20 character, 20, right? So every time it store data length 20, right? Here you can say that the string length is 5, but it's occupy the data length 20 here, right? And I can if we store a log test, then here you can see that data length is 90, but this length is fixed 20, right? So this is the character length. So character length should be fixed. We don't if we assign a 50 character, then it's occupy only a 50 character in our database. But once we can use a where char, right? So if we use where char in place of it, then you can see the initially like a string the actual length 9 alloc test, and like a character should be fixed length 20, right? So here you can see that if we as use a varchar data types and run that particular query, then you can see that big difference between them, right? So now data length should be, because varchar use variable length. So how, like if the character is 9, then it's use length 9, right? So this is the main difference. I hope you get it. And once you use nvarchar, right? So nvarchar is used to store Unicode characters. If like if you need to save data like German or Russian, any type of language, then you can use nvarchar. So nvarchar data types, it use two, it's just basically it's double the character, like, so it's a once you length assign 20, then n varchar it's two times multiply the data length, and it's variable, like, so once you execute the query, then you see the difference between them. So here you can see that. So it's n varchar is 9, but data length should be 18 because it's two times occupy the two times of varchar. So whenever if you declare in data types in the columns, so we usually avoid to use nvarchar because it occupy twice length. But it's based on the requirement. If you need to store Unicode character, then definitely we can use the nvarchar. I hope you get it. And if you need to any query, then you put it in the comment box. Another data types is numeric data types, right? So numeric data types are, we have different multiple data types, but here we can take an example of only six, right? So have in data type float, double, bool, beat, decimals. So if you need to knowing about what is difference between float, double, and decimal, then you can. I have already created a one separate video over the difference between float, double, and become decimals. So you can go there and find the difference between them. But where we, if we assign a value int, then we can store like integer is length between them, right? If you use bool data types, then we can use to store true and false value over there. And if you use beat, then we can store either we can use 1 or 0, we can store in the bool data types. And next one is date and time data types. So also we can use a date and time database whenever we create a logs, and if we need to track that how, where data should be updated, and how many how, where we can create a tables, and if you need to a particular address or history the logs, then we can use a date and time data types, or many places we can use in our projects, right? So it's huge scope, date and time data types. So you can see that date and time, it store date and time in the format like date and time. If we use date data type, then we use you see only a date, particular date. If we use a time, then you use to see, if you use to see, or you can store only time here. If you use a time stamp, it store a unique number when a new row get created or modified. So thank you guys, that's it for this video. And if you need uh, uh, if you have any query, then put in the comment box. Or if you want to download the ppt, then you can go to the description box. I have provided the link. You can click the link and download the particular ppts here. So thank you guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channels. Thank you.